This week, I implemented a few tricks to ensure that I was productive for the entire week. Today's the big day. This is Monday, This is the big week where I try to get my shit together. I'm gonna go over to the library now and try to be as productive as possible. Last week, I experienced a mini burnout, which ultimately led me to not finishing a video. This is something I knew was going to be inevitable in this whole process. Originally, I had a macro process, which was film during the week, edit during the weekend, and then upload before 1 p.m. on Monday. It was good up until last week. So last week was probably one of the best videos I've ever made, but ultimately that video was what led to the burnout. I discovered that there are 3 types of content that I'm interested, one being the plain vlog, 2 being content itself, and then 3 artistic style videos. All 3 should not be treated the same. So to begin, a vlog, it's safe to film every day, film anything, but content, it needs a little more planning. So I created a bit of a plan, which was write stuff Sunday, and then film it during the week, and then edit like normal. But last week, I underestimated how much of a task it would be to write content. I ended up having to edit everything on Sunday, which took an extra amount of time, and then ultimately led to not having enough time to write out the stock market content, which was gonna be the video next week that I didn't get to upload. So Monday, I wrote something and recorded. I didn't write the whole thing, but I wrote one thing. The next day, I did the same thing I wrote, and then I got delayed to Wednesday, and then this happened throughout the week. But you can clearly see the energy through each of those clips getting less and less and less. Wow, I changed shirts. It's almost like I'm filming this part of the video one day later because I didn't write my script in one day. Okay. I wasn't putting enough attention into the content. It was just divided attention the whole time, so the whole thing got a bit overwhelming. By the time Sunday rolled around, I still had another section to write and film. I had B-roll, I had to edit, and I felt then and there I could stay up all night because I also had homework to do, but I could stay up all night and post something mediocre, or I could just take an L, acknowledge that it's part of the process, re-upload something way, way, way better in 2 weeks. On further examination, this wasn't just for YouTube. It was for reading, it was for schoolwork, and other projects. So the reason I was kind of slipping and falling behind on a lot of things was because I didn't plan. Most of the time when I filmed or did homework or anything, I kind of just do it whenever. I would block off time where I was gonna be productive, but I wasn't specific and I didn't allocate per subject. But one of my habits, the gym and nutrition habit, that's scheduled in. So I've been super consistent with that because it was scheduled into my calendar. So Sunday night, I went ahead and I planned out the next week for when I was gonna do certain things. I blocked off time for when I'm gonna do things. So mainly just finishing homework today. And this inevitably worked. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was super productive. Probably the most productive I've ever been, simply because I blocked off time to work on certain things. Did we get work done?
Yeah, we actually made progress.
I actually got a lot of work done today. Still have another hour of web development stuff I need to do, but overall, it's probably been one of my more productive days. Thursday, I left more open, and of course, I didn't get that much done. So it kind of fell into the hypothesis. The system seemed to help, and it reduced the amount of stress and how big certain tasks seemed. In addition, I needed to remove various distractions that were inhibiting me from getting things done. For example, for my reading habit, I usually read right after breakfast, and it's extremely distracting in here. So what I did was I went to the library on the quietest floor, and that's where I do my reading habit before class. Usually I get extremely distracted by people walking back and forth, so I put myself in one of those cubbies and I got my sound canceling headphones, so it was literally the only thing I could see is the book. Usually by noon for my daily reading goal, I would be halfway through, but this time I finished it all in 30 minutes. It's around 5:55. I'm gonna write next week's video. I have to be quiet because it's early. With the knowledge that content writing can take some time, I decided that I would write all the content the week before and then film that section on a Monday, unless it's a documentary style like this, where I'd film it Friday. And then for the rest of the week, I would collect B-roll and interviews and other things that might help that story. But the simple act of planning and scheduling can add a tremendous amount of alleviation to stress and actually make you way more productive. I hope to continue to make quality videos and work on my other habits by simply taking the time, an hour on a Sunday, just to plan it all out. And I hope this helped. Maybe I will see you all next week.